Good morning. Now, hopefully, this morning everything is working well. What I'm just going to do is to pop over to the mytimetv.live page to double check, and you might hear a bit of an echo here, that the actual stream is feeding into the show. Yes, it looks like it is. So, good morning. I'm just going to switch that off now. And hi, Stevie. Wonderful to see you here from the UK. It's lovely to know that we are spreading it out correctly this morning. So I'm actually live streaming through Be Live into My Time and YouTube, and I'm streaming through Ecamm via Restream to Periscope, Twitch, Ros Boundy page in Facebook, and the card reading group. So that's the different places that I'm showing up. So there's some choice there of how to watch this card spread reading. Good morning, Judy. And Sharon, good morning to you as well. Yes, you're on my time. Yeah, so that's correct, because the Be Live is working to that. And this morning the feed is going through properly. There was a glitch yesterday. For some reason, the connection of the video wasn't streaming yesterday, but it was on the other channels with the Ecamm. So I was able to put an upload into my time. I think I finished doing that. I'm not 100% sure. And Sarah, good morning to you. You've got that lovely four-leaf clover again and the beautiful fairies. Thank you. I do love that, so thank you. Now I'm going to switch over to the card spread. I've got that ready, of course. Do switch on your intuition as I read these cards, and hopefully they're focused enough for you to see them clearly. The type of light I've got today from the window is really, it's dull, so I didn't put up the filter in the window, but it's still got a bit of glare. As you can see, it's a very different lighting. We've got the Gilded Breviary card deck again. That's what I use. I'll just pop that there so you can see it if you decide you'd like to buy a similar deck or that particular deck. It is the expanded edition. Now this morning, we've got a lovely spread. As I started to see this fall into place, the heart was it is the one that will, if they fly out and drop, they'll be in that first position. So we had the heart flying out this morning, and it really wanted to be there. So that's in the workspace position. We've got bear in the home space position. We have the fish up there in the unexpected. We've got the books in your role, and we have time as the outcome. So that's the spread that we have for today. Okay, now I just realised I needed to position myself a bit more. Heart in that workspace. It says and speaks for itself, really, what you're doing through your day-to-day, in whatever way it feels that it's work to you. Do it with all your heart. Put your heart into it. Love what you do. Do what you love. So it really is that emphasis and perspective that you need to be actually putting into place for your work today. Whether you're a business owner or whether you're working for someone else, know that the most authentic, best way for you to be is working from your heart today. Well, at any point in time, really. So put your heart into it and see. You'll see the results. You'll see that benefit as it's moving out and into the day again, and further into the day. And good morning to you, Tracy. Nice to see you here. So do it all with the heart that is right in your center, that center space. Feel into it and know what you're doing is from your heart, okay, with your workspace. We've got the bear. This deck, it is the polar bear, but with it, it doesn't matter what sort of deck you're using. A bear is that strength. It is working as solid foundation, solid. You can feel that strength with a bear. And it's in the home space, so it's actually bringing that strength and a nurturing feeling into your day-to-day, because with the polar bear, we know that polar bears are really, really protective of their cubs and will do anything they can to, they'll starve themselves to feed their cubs. So it's one of those, it's almost all into being in that home base presence, feeling the energy of the nurturing, the possibilities that you've got. And especially this time of year as we're moving into deciding what gift giving we're, as far as who gets what and all that sort of stuff, there's a whole heap of energy around this time of the year that can be frustrating, that can seem like overload. And I'm feeling with this that just take on that strength of the bear and know that you're able to do everything you need to in your home space and place today, that you don't have to really stress out about it. Just take each step as it needs to. Swim that easy stroke that you're just moving and gliding through the water as you need, moving in every step in the perfect way that's needed for you to feel at ease as you're progressing in your day. So remember, from the workspace with heart, and that will move into also your home space, because it's hard to differentiate those spaces sometimes. For me, it can be, definitely, because I work from home. But it's even in the normal realm of going off to a 9 to 5, it can be a little difficult with bringing work from home. Certainly bring the love from the work to your home space today and have that go back. It's supporting, it's your life, but get that balance right. We've got time right in the middle too. I'll explain that in a minute. In the unexpected, we've got the fish. The fish are the abundance card. They really are about having all the resources that you're needing to do anything in the day. This will pop up when you need to actually have that mindset of, oh, that's just what I need at this point in time to create that abundance. You're feeling fuller. You're feeling like you've you look down on the pathway and see a note of money. Not that, and I'm just, as I'm saying that, I'm thinking that's not as common these days, because there's not as much cash around as there used to be. We do so much with the plastic wave and swipe and all that sort of stuff. It's not the same feeling, but you know what I mean. It's those happen chance, that the surprise of finding that you've got a bit of extra something that you can pull from. And money is our resource that we consider as being our wealth. So I'm feeling that abundance with the fish being present in the day, and it'll pop up at some point, odd points in the day, to actually surprise you with how much you can actually dig into those resources and feel full and feel fulfilled, satisfied that what you're doing's the right thing, that it's being productive, like doing your work from the heart and all of that. Your role it's learning as we're going, is what I'm feeling today. There might be a few new things that you're actually testing out and trying that you just need to go and do a little more research on and learning. Have the books ready is what I'm feeling with this one. Not so much the writing. I'm feeling this is the reading and receiving from the books, so that it could be a little bit of study around something you're looking at today. And it could be even choosing books as gifts, because we are in this type of season where we're preparing for the Christmas giving. So that part of it too might be what's involved in your day. So feel into that being everything in the right time. I'm just sensing, it's not that you have to read all day. It is the being able to know when to actually go and do the pickup of a book that you're needing to find out some more information. This can also be Mr. Google as well. It's not just what we can pick up and read as the hard copies. These days, so much that we do is in our technology. It's within the cloud somewhere. Someone's got the information somewhere, and we go looking for it. I do have a lot of reference books, so for me, it's easy to pick up a book. And look, it's as the outcome, the time being in the center, it really is that reinforcement, that recognition. Time is in its own perfect time. So as you're placing, doing, creating, moving around, all the decisions that you're making, it's all going to be within that time frame that for us in what we're doing in our day is perfect. So allow the time to be where it's, when you're picking up the book to read, or the information, doing your research, that it's in that appropriate, it's in that right time that it's going to work for you. So that you're not wondering all the time. If you're sort of wondering, I need to look up, I need to find out about, do it straight away. Don't leave it. I'm feeling that there is, as that thought for that need of follow it up, so it really is the action around what your thoughts are today as well, and placing the trust in the time when everything does pop up for you to do. Good morning, Karen. How are you? So I think really it is a lot about trusting today, as far as when you're doing everything from your heart, that it just falls into place, that you are nurturing and caring for your family in such a way that it really is building up and strengthening your family for those further things. The times where the abundance, having that, working together, creating that abundance and everything, falling into place, and even joining in with others to do the research. This abundance, the fish, the school of fish, joining in, find out, do the research if you need to, learn new things. It's all based around that trusting in that inner self, of the timing of when things are, being in the flow of who you are with your intuitive senses and all that can mean for you. Learning to trust those intuitive senses, that gut feeling, and going with that flow. Now, just going to put that back there. So do trust what you have within you, and that nature of being in the flow. The fish are there for a reason. It's being in the flow and allowing that to create what is our abundance, because it's not just about money. It's about having that productivity, the thoughts flowing into the mind, the action to actually have some of those work through, and being an end product, an end result, even if it's not something physical, just having a result. And it's trusting. A lot of that's trusting, and most especially that it's from the heart and the heart space. So thank you for being here to be a part of the daily card reading again. And thank you, Judy. It's lovely to have everyone here. And look, tomorrow it will be the 8 o'clock as usual. And it flowed so well this morning, the way of getting into the show, it just worked perfectly. So thank you very much for being here. Tomorrow, keep being the best person you can be, and namaste until then.